Yeah, let me think. So big things that happened not yesterday, the day before when I streamed. Or did I stream yesterday? Does anyone remember? My man, life has been so crazy. My brain is just mixing up all the days now. Some big discoveries. I discovered. We'll go ahead and just jump right in. Yeah, some big discoveries from last time. I discovered the foundation, which has some sort of lift that I wasn't able to activate, and I'm really want to try to figure out what that does. Something that crossed my mind. So I've been cutting up the streams and putting in. I'll show you in a sec, Mona. Yeah, I've been putting them on YouTube, and so I've rewatched some of the past footage, and there's a couple things that I saw that I was reminded of. One, I coat checked a lever that I'm not sure what it's for, but to me, a lever and that elevator thing, that lift, feels like there may be some sort of connection there. I think there was another thing that I had noticed, and I'll probably remember as we play, but right now I'm not remembering. See you, Nikki. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. 2 a.m. You should go to sleep. Get some sleep. Take care of your health. Mona, you probably should be sleeping too, but I get it. I have insomnia more often than I would like, so I understand. Yeah. But to answer your question, Mona, I think that's 7th rank, on the 7th rank. So it's pretty far back. So I haven't gotten back to it again, but I did get to it once, which was pretty cool. Another huge thing that I had discovered last time, and it's probably going to be backwards because I have the screen mirrored, but every one of the tiles has a letter associated with it. And I have all of the letters for the first 5 ranks, and I'm really excited to try to fill out the rest and confirm what it says. The bottom ones say 8 dates crack 8 safes. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be 8 different safes within the game that are opened by different dates. And so I've started writing down any dates that I found, and I'm really excited to see where that leads. I have found both the Orchard and the West Gate. Yep. So speaking of, let's go get our outdoor room. See what we get this time. Yeah, that study, that was such a cool find. Ooh, this is new. Add 8 classrooms to the draft pool. Okay, well, we're definitely gonna try this out. Interesting. And it's just the schoolhouse. Any goodies in here? Herbie. Oh, this was my uncle's desk. Or someone that had a crush on him was writing his name. Another one of these. I've now found 3 of them. Okay, awesome. Okay, 1 more to locate, and hopefully something will happen, unless it's not 4 of them, and it's a whole bunch, because there's a lot of those little pedestals, I think. I don't know, I'll have to go look again. It's, I haven't paid that much attention to that kind of stuff, but within a timely manner. But that's like the building manner. Within a timely manner. Wonder if there's any significance or if that's just a misspelling. Oh, nice. There's a note. Closing address. The last 38 years, it has been my pleasure of serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. And meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spent our afternoons here will readily admit that we are reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. Okay, so the school can't close. That's a bummer. My note-taking strat is writing stuff down. I don't even know how many pages. I'm on my like 5th page already, I think. And this is only the 3rd day. I've only done 2 days. This is just the start of the 3rd day. I first wish to thank Lady Espin, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention in my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she has done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision, a vision that I dared not even dream. That dreamer is, of course, the Mr. Incomparable Mrs. Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add, forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserves much more than I'll admit. Okay, so school's not closing, it was just somebody retiring or quitting or something. To the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps and building Reddington yet another school, and for also allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through his halls. Okay, so I wonder if church was actually, or not church, the school was completed. Either way, let's keep going. And lastly, I wish to thank all of my students. Many of you here today whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. Those here whose parents before them I have also taught, and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace, and yet what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow demerits upon? Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me, and if I'm still standing in 8 months, I will see you all at the slightly less melancholic ribbon cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end. Remember to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. When you guys are reading something, maybe this is just my ADHD, but do you ever like read it? Like I'll speak it out loud, but my mind will be thinking about a different part of the letter, trying to comprehend what I read, and I miss the part I'm reading out loud, and then I have to reread it. Because that happens way too often to me. And yeah, it's not ideal for this kind of stuff if you really do need to pay attention. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else currently to do in here, so let's head back out towards the house. Do that all the time, yeah. It's so much worse when I'm not reading aloud, if I'm just like reading a book in my spare time. At least when I'm reading aloud, it kind of forces me to focus on what I'm actually reading a bit. I would just want to check. So yeah, there's all of these little goblets as well, but I don't see gas pipes running to those. So I'm hoping it's just these 4. And once I find this one, something will happen. Also curious if that lift that was in the foundation will take me down to this level. Okay, I've wasted a few steps, but let's keep going. Get my $2. I don't know if I want a dead end right away, but I do like collecting resources early. So let's go ahead and start with this, because I really want to draft The Office, and every time it's come up, I haven't had enough gems. let's do this and see if I can go right to get some of the exploring that direction. That'll work. This does give me more flexibility. Let's get the cash. And then I need to make it to at least rank 6 before I can get anything new. Oh, I checked out a new book, I think, in the library. This gets me 2 gems, which, if my goal is to try to get the the Office, getting gems would be really nice. 7. Let's find the new book. I feel like learning more is oftentimes more valuable than, I mean, I guess getting the Office would be learning a lot too, but that isn't that's still a possibility. Let's see, Lord Evanson and Babbage. I don't know if these dates would be on any safes. I don't know if these dates would be worth writing down. Maybe I'm gonna do a new page and just say purely random dates. Obviously, this one was just whatever whatever day I checked it out. Random dates to try. It surely it's not going to be any of these, but you never know. So Jan 4, 82, November 18, 87, April 25, 92. Okay, Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. A modest account of our town by Sir Andrew Darley. Introduction. The third largest city in Fen Ares and site of its former capital, Reddington is synonymous with mountains, mystery, and magic. Most tourists head straight for the boardwalk and don't get much further than the botanical gardens. However, Reddington has much more to offer. Spectacular scenery, a historic castle, and a charming underground bazaar rewards visitors who wish to explore further. Reddington is the type of unique, enchanting place that lingers in your mind and memories long after you leave her. Botanical Gardens. Reddington's most popular attraction and guaranteed crowd pleaser, the Botanical Gardens, is loved by both locals and visitors for its Acheron canopy house and mausoleum, its petal-covered trails, and a mind-boggling variety of flowers. This is the reason springtime is Reddington's busy season. Situated just east of town, the Botanical Gardens offer a scenic and captivating tableau of natural countryside. The cobblestone trail meanders over 1,000 species of tropical plants, each remarkable in its own right, yet even more stunning set against the spectacular backdrop of the Reddington Mountains. Allow yourself at least an hour to indulge in this picturesque walk, which concludes the mainway station. Species of holly? I feel like I don't know. For some reason, this is sticking out in my brain as something I may have seen before. But this did remind me. I read something somewhere about a watering can being synergistic with green tiles. And I haven't found the watering can yet, so I'm curious to see what that's about. Featherfall Keep. You will find sitting at the base of Mount Perma, Reddington's second highest summit, a historic site described by scholars as significantly important important to the realm's past. Featherfall Keep, the former home of Lord William Epson, has until recently always been a private residence, serving as a family home to the Espins since before the Third Era. After the death of Lord Espen, his oldest son, Lionel Espen, left the estate never to return. However, the daughter stayed, maintaining the residence and its staff until her marriage in 1951. I mean, I highly doubt just 1951's anything, but I'll write it down. At that point, Featherfall Keep ceased to be a family residence. It began operating as a historic house museum and tourist attraction, and the estate was designated a National Historic Landmark in 1972. It is still believed by many that Featherfall was built by the first king of Orinda Aries when Reddington was still the capital. However, surface documents containing conflicting dates have recently cast some doubt on the long-standing myth. Out of curiosity. Okay, there's a few pages. Trinsdale Lake. Close your eyes and imagine tranquil, serene stillness, rolling fogs, clear water, and gliding swans. In the midst of all that beauty sits Trinsdale Lake, one of Fen Airy's premier vacation destinations, exclusive for its more privileged citizens. Well, that's lame if a lake's exclusive for privileged people. Nature should be open to everybody. The lakeside resort and cabins have been frequented by royalty and the realm's gentry for generations. However, on the southern shore of the lake, tourists... Okay, there we go. Tourists are free to enjoy the views and rub elbows with the rich and famous in the 100 Bells Tea Room, which was open to the general public for lunch Mondays and Fridays. Jeez. Only for lunch on Mondays and Fridays can the general public, I guess, go to the tea room. There better be public beaches, because that would be dumb if a lake was only accessible to rich people. Mount Holly. I wanted to look at the picture. I wish I had. I doubt there's anything hidden in like one of these books, since I feel like this is something that's not available as frequently. But I wish I had the magnifying glass nonetheless. Mount Holly. At an elevation of 11,220 feet, Mount Holly is the tallest mountain in Reddington Range and the highest peak in the entire realm. Beyond the physical challenge itself, climbing Mount Holly Trail is a beautiful experience and one that many hikers and explorers will want to do at least once. It is only a few hours from Reddington to get to the trailhead, and you won't need any local guides or special gear if you tackle the trail during the summer season. However, those willing to give this mountain a significant amount of planning and research will be greatly rewarded, whether or not they actually summit. Yo, Fletch, what's up? Thanks for the daily check-in. Oh yeah, hey Mon, have a good one. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you. On the opposite side of the peak, far from the trail, rests the estate of Mount Holly. That's where we're at. Nestled between the summit's north slope and saddle, this 80-acre mountain residence is almost as old as Reddington itself. However, unlike Featherfall Keep, the property has been completely private since the closing of Mount Holly's schoolhouse in '66. Okay, this is interesting that I just discovered the schoolhouse this day, and there's a discussion of the schoolhouse happening in this book that I checked out like on a couple days ago. Interesting. So schoolhouse closed in '66, I'm going to write. Closed in '66. I don't know if that's important. Oh, here's another date to write down to add to that date list. June 15th, 1983. 1983. Did I finish this one, or did I get distracted? Still, hikers will be able to appreciate the house's unique architecture at a distance from one of the trail's many north-facing overlooks. I didn't finish it, I don't think. the main station bazaar. For the sentimental tourists wishing to pick up a souvenir to remember their stay, one might try braving the Mainway Station Bazaar. But don't be too hasty. Without proper guidance, the Mainway Station can be a dangerous place. Located underground, this unique marketplace was once Reddington's Central Railway Station. In a time when the realm's trains were still in service. That was a comma, not a period. Now the turnstiles, footbridge, and platform have been appropriated and turned into a cavern of tents and torches. Whether you are a bargain hunter looking for adventure or finding a memento to commemorate your visit, the Mainway Station Bazaar will be a worthy inclusion to your sightseeing adventures in Reddington. Okay, here's a little map. Interesting. Okay, so here's Reddington itself. That's the keep. Botanical Gardens. 100 Bells. Where's our estate? Here's Mount Holly. Mount Holly was not the manor. I don't see our estate on here. I could just be blind, but interesting. Cool. Oh, am I dumb? I am dumb. I got myself to a dead end. Maybe I didn't have a choice. Oh well. So we have to rely on this one. Straight or right? Ooh, a classroom. While drafting in a classroom, you may draw new floor plans one time for each drafting room in your house. That seems pretty good for trying to, make it far. It costs my gem, though, and I really want to save those if I can. But it does guarantee me not to reach a dead end, so let's take it. It's also a new room. It's always good to see new rooms. Color wheel. Easel with paint. Caleb, you must really like red. Is this the boy from the book, The Red Prince? Is this who it was written about? My favorite color is red. His name was Caleb. It's just the worksheet. Apple. First grade. There were 8 classrooms. I wonder if I find all of them, if it'll be different grades. And you find the difference. Pray and pry. Hi, Huckleberry. 8, it's sideways. That all looks, excuse me, up down, buddy. That all looks to be in order. Freddy. I wonder which ones he got wrong. I don't know the flags. And I don't know the lizard, so I can't say which of those are correct or incorrect. Maybe if I compare with some of these other ones, I can figure it out. Each color is only used twice. So the lizard is wrong then. Well, that's not necessarily true. Traditionally, fire hydrants are red, but depending on the municipal code of different locations, sometimes they are colored. Usually yellow is the second most common color, but that's something a civil engineer would know. He didn't even fill in anything else. So I assume that the red wagon and red fire truck are correct. So none of the flags should be red. I don't know if this is doing me any good, but I'm just really curious. Um, 10 out of 12 also. So yellow, purple, orange. Okay, that is a blueprint. So yeah, that's right. Yellow, purple, orange. Yellow, orange, green. Oh, he got this wrong though also. Actually, they're traditionally. Each color is only used twice. So this is wrong. The mountain flag is not blue. Let me think. Mountain flag is not blue. And the lizard is also not red. Is there any use in doing this? Probably not. I'm sure there's enough information to decipher which ones are correct. So 3 wrong here. He used each color only twice, so he had that part right. Correct, correct, correct. 1 incorrect. So 2 of his flags are wrong and 1 of them is correct. They both did yellow for this flag. They did different colors for the other flags. This one is 10 correct. That doesn't really tell me if this is correct or incorrect. Wait, I wonder, hold on. Can I do this? Oh, I was thinking maybe I could do this and it would give me a prize. That'd be cool. Yeah, I don't know if I should actually go through, go through all this. Yeah, actually taking screen grabs would probably be the best. Oh, Photoshop, yeah. I was gonna say to figure it out, like I feel like screen grabs would be correct. I'm going to just make a note that there's potentially a color puzzle in first grade classroom. And if I see something that looks like I'd need that info, I will come back to it. Maybe even just look at the footage post stream to decipher. So color puzzle. In grade 1 classroom. Question mark. Then we'll keep going. So straight or left would be ideal here. Well, oh, I get a redraw. Never mind. I forgot. Okay, cool, cool. Okay, let's just take the hallway. Then we'll have all options available to us coming out of this door. I'm gonna do the chapel. I can't do that, so I've got some cash. It's fine. Any goodies? Well, should I just, since this day is not going well for exploration, should I just try to bull rush to this square and get another level to the letter for the puzzle. Ooh, archives is cool. I liked archives. And it does give me two spots. I have redrafts, so I think I should be able to get there. This was Cotton Coat, I think. Okay, here's some more dates to write down. Don't underestimate the potential of a run. True. That is very true. I mean, if I just, well, right now I can't even access the office because I don't have gems. But if I can just draft the office, I'm gonna be super happy because I've been wanting to check email since I think it was day 1 or 2. Jan 27, 86. That's supposed to be a 2, not a 7. January 77 doesn't exist. November 11th. 86. November 17. I don't know the year, probably 86, might be, yeah, it would be 86, I think. I'm gonna do a question mark, or no, I'm just not gonna write it. February 22. 87. September 2nd. And that's it. And then from August 22 date, I'm gonna just do a little denotation that these all came from the archive. And I'm just gonna keep bull rushing. Let's keep going. I'm probably gonna come to like a locked door or something I need gems for. Locked door. I do have 1 key. There's a reason why you're supposed to, it's suggested that you try to, I knew it, suggested that you try to get resources before heading to the back end, according to one of the books I rented in the library. So if I could go to the right, that would be great. Let's head left out of this one and see if we can turn left. I guess I'll do the only thing I can do. And now we're really kind of just throwing it up there. Relying on luck. Oh, well, I know what I basically have no choice. I don't want this one, and I can't do this one. At least it makes it easy for me. Oh yeah, that was another thing that I was thinking about when editing footage. So I discovered the freezer room once, and I thought that, so my thoughts when I discovered the freezer room. I had read about the freezer room before discovering it, and it said that I don't know if it said you can't discover it for 24 hours because it needs to freeze again to get back up to temperature, or get back down to temperature, or if it's just thawed. And that was my thought process, is it's just thawed and you could draft it the next day, and that's how you could get access to, I thought I saw a letter that was frozen in there, and maybe 1 or 2 other things. I also had noticed that when I drafted the furnace, it was making interesting pattern, like heat pattern, on my tile selection. So my thought is, if I draft this and then the freezer, or just the freezer and furnace in the same round, maybe it will be thawed. Oh, that was locked. That was a waste of a step. Or 3 steps. 4. 1 in, 2 for the gymnasium, and 1 out. Guess left or right, preferably right. Let's get the keys. Oh, I don't have gems. Let's go here. Maid's chamber. I've never actually discovered this one, so that's nice. At least I'm getting something new. This one counts as a bedroom if I remember correctly. Staff notice. The day we all dreaded has finally arrived. It is with unprecedented sadness that we inform you of the death of our benefactor, employer, and master, the Baron of Mount Holly, H.S. Sinclair. Any staff who have an interest in attending services may contact Mrs. Babbage for details. In the following instructions left by the Baron himself, effective immediately, all work at Mount Holly is suspended. All live-in staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premises by Friday, November 6th. That, I mean, November 6th being the start day of this whole thing is a pretty good guess for one of the dates that might unlock a safe. The day of the death of the Baron could be also. Mila. I assume that's one of the goddesses' names. I should make a note about goddesses. I had something else that gave me names of goddesses, and I didn't write those down. So, goddesses. I've got so many stinking pages already. Goddesses. Mila. With broom. Anything else good in here? Not that I'm noticing. I guess straight would be best. Or I can get a key and keep going. Yeah, let's do that. Let's grab this key and then I can keep going out of the gymnasium. Don't see any other goodies. Now I want to go to the right if possible. Dang it. All right, well, let's see what the archive one is. Oh, that's lucky. Got just the regular bedroom. Couple extra steps. There's probably something with these chess pieces too. I said that last time. Oh yeah, I want to go. Dining room's actually perfect. And it doesn't cost anything. Plus, I think I only have to get to a couple more ranks to get the meal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, perfect. Let me get back to this page. I think if the door is unlocked, if I go to the right, that's something new. I've gotten these two. I have not gotten this one. I've not gotten these two or these 4, and this one I don't think I'll ever be able to get. So if I could get this one, this, and this, that would be awesome. Because yeah, this was grain and rain for a G. Nice. Lose half your steps? Holy cow. That's kind of scary, but as long as it has pictures, I will be fine. I thought I had a redraft option. Or maybe that's only in redraft rooms from the classroom. Well, let's do it. I don't need these steps. Oh, perfect. Okay, so a cliff or a shore or a bay. Tag. What do we got? Tag 10. Let me think. I'm not sure. Let's see. What could this be? This could be... I mean, all I can think of is tag and 10. Tag 10. This could actually be a decent few things. You know, it could be the sea, ocean, cliff. I think that may technically be a butte, but I doubt that's what we're going for. This one was hard for you too. Yeah, this one, there was one other I can remember where I struggled quite a bit. It was the tier and the tier and something else. Maybe it's tiger. I don't know. No, I think that was a different one. But either way, I struggled with one that was even kind of early on. Okay, so landscape. Way too many letters. Strap. Strap. Just kind of curious what else is in here while I think. What could this be besides tag? If it was tag, what would we have? Tag. I mean, there's not that many things that you can add to tag. I mean, stag, that's where I'm getting tag from, is because it was stag and tag earlier for an S. N probably has quite a bit. What letter would make sense coming after a G and ending with an S before 8? Guess. Guess. So a U would be my best guess. What could that be? U. This one's tricky. Cloud? Claude. That wouldn't be it. What's a word that can describe this that has a U in it? I mean, this could be where the U is, if U is actually the letter. Butte, but then that would be BTTE, which isn't a word. AC, coast, hill. Man. I'm really not sure. I'm thinking it'll probably lose half my steps again if I come back in, but let me get the next letter, and then that'll give me more context to try to figure out what this letter is. The den is such a good pull right here. Get me a gem and get me 2 directions. One of which I already have the letter, but that is okay. Okay, so we have either globe or paint. Plain. So my guess was that it would be an E. So if this is talking plain, that could be plan. I don't really see that being plan. Oh, planet. Planet minus plane is T. So that is not a, most likely not a U. Planet and plane for T. Okay. Before I head back in there, just in case it does take 2 steps from me, I am going to try going up. Yeah, there was nothing else in here, right? Not that I'm seeing. Oh, that reminds me though, seeing this room reminds me, I still feel like there's something going on with those, but I haven't figured it out. Ideally, left or right, both would be new letters. From, I guess, from this. Well, left from this, that's a new letter. This is the foundation, and then this could be a new letter. Or I could get up here and get new letters. Dang it. Let me at least draft and see what we get from here. So it's dead end no matter what. Do I just do this? Well, not no matter what. This could be right. I think it's unlikely I get another gem for the office, so let's go ahead and just spend it and see what this is. Ooh, another classroom. Okay, awesome. Grade 2. Mathematics, starting to add up. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. All with their own colors, by the way. The 8 sideways again. Okay. That's addition. Okay, let me see. Is this actually going to be something? Let me find a different spot to start taking notes here. I'm getting so many pages. I should have just done like a Word document and started typing stuff. Then I couldn't draw as well. Let's do classroom 2 worksheet. So we'd have 7, 13. That was, I mean, it has to be subtraction. There's no way that they're giving them improper fractions for 2nd grade. 4, 1, 2 is multiplication. Yes. 4, 12, 10, 4, 2. Is that multiplication? What's the order of operations here? Am I supposed to do 1 times 3 because that's the order of operations? Or am I just supposed to go left to right? Come on, give me like, this is 2nd grade, so I'm guessing it's just left to right, but I'm gonna write them both down. I'll say it's either 21 or 18. This one doesn't matter because you're multiplying by 1, so that's just 18. And that's subtraction. So this one. Okay, so 1 divided by 3 is 1/3. So, I mean, I guess this one has 2 options also. If I just did... I think order of operations is correct because of this one. Because if I did 5 minus 1, then it's 5/3. So I'll write 5/3 down. Or 2. Which the order of operations one is 18 was the correct order of operations. Right? 3, yeah, 18. And then, well, negative, well, that's, wait, that'd be -2. I'm confusing myself. You'd have -1/3. Oh, but wait, no. Then you're adding 6. No, I was doing that completely wrong. Yeah, subtraction. 6 minus 1 is 5. Or -1/3 would be 5 2/3. Or 10/3. Why was I doing divide? None of these have divide. What am I doing, man? Why am I dividing stuff? Oh my goodness. Okay, so 6. It's I don't know where I got division. Okay, so this last one is either 15 or I guess that'd be negative. 1 times 3 is just 3. So not negative. What am I? Man, my brain is so tired. I'm an engineer. I should be able to do basic math super easily. It's 15 or 3. Jeez, that was way too much of a struggle. F. All right. 7 is correct. 13 correct. Incorrect. Correct. Incorrect. Incorrect. Correct. Incorrect. Correct. Incorrect. 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 Okay, so that doesn't teach me because they got the 3 got wrong. Were all order of operations or the two of the order of operations questions. You got both wrong. Who was that? That was Rob. Jenny got 9 of them correct. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Incorrect. 6, 7, 8. Incorrect. 9. So don't do order of operations. 15 and 21 are correct. That is what I've learned. Do I actually do something with this knowledge now? There's a red flag here. But I thought the guy got all of the... got 2 correct, I guess, with coloring everything red. Interesting. Okay, so we have to go back to the weight room, so we will find out if I lose multiple steps. Oh, never mind. We can go straight up. No, that was locked. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back into the weight room. Okay, it doesn't have my steps again, so that's nice. And let's see if we can reason out what this might be. Where's my thing? Here it is. So from what I have right now, my best guess would be if he could something 8 dates, crack 8 safes. If he could share gates, if he could stake, if he could spare, if he could if he could what? Here's where it'd be nice if I was doing this in like Paint, so I could throw it up on the screen so you guys actually knew what I was looking at. But, oh well. If he could, okay. Okay, so I'm imagining it's probably an A, and it would be Gates. Otherwise, GET blank S. I can't think what that could be. GUT blank S. Can't think of what that would be. GIT blank S. I'm playing Wordle now. GOT blank S. That could be goth. Everybody wants a goth girlfriend, right? GOTHSGOT. Because the only things I can think of that make sense T blank S are H and E, or I guess H or a vowel. So I think it's almost definitely gonna be Gates and be an A. So tag. Teen. I really want to figure this one out just to confirm. I still have a chance of getting this letter if I can get to the foundation, but without any keys or gems, that is I don't know how likely it is. Tablet. Well, that would be, I don't know, like a table or a shelf. Yeah, what else could this be? I feel like this can't be too many things. Unless this is something that has some weird name I've never heard of. You know, a specific descriptor that I don't know. Like, for example, the tip of a shoelace is an aglet. Most people don't know that. This is some thing like that I just don't know. That's gonna make it really tough. Strap. It's got a little strap. STRAP. Well, it's gonna have to be a vowel that's missing. So we have to get something that either has more than one vowel or we can add a vowel to. Cord. String. number. I really am stumped on this one. Wave. Ocean. Beach. If it was an A, that'd be Beck. Or Beck. Playa, and that's play, is Spanish for beach. Probably not. Precipice. I mean, that's not really a precipice. I'm thinking of this as like a cliff, but I really am kind of stumped on this. Let me go back to this one and confirm G. Grain and rain, that's gotta be G. Yeah, I really don't think that could be anything else. I've got some more steps. Let's explore. Either, no, it's locked. Am I... This was locked also. I think all three of these are locked. I tried north out of the weight room, didn't I? Oh, it's a key card. I don't have that. So I think I am stuck. So before I call it a day, I really want to figure this one out. What? If this is truly a G, which seems like a pretty easy G, and this one is truly planet and plane, this would be a T. I wonder what happens if I stay like a full 24 hours. Did it reset me? So it should be G blank T, so it almost definitely has to be a vowel. And I think A, just gates seems to be the most likely word, but the phrase is not making that much sense to me. If he could shake gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. What are different words to describe this? What are different words to describe this? Coast. Cost. This is a price tag. That's what this is supposed to be, is a price tag. It's coast and cost. So it is an A. Okay, okay. There we go. Gosh, that was way too tough. That was way too tough. I don't know. Oh, I'm not done. I can go here. Yeah, let's keep exploring. But, oh man, I'm so glad I got that. That would have bugged me so much if I didn't. I'm gonna run out of steps soon. Yes, I could go this way. But I'll go this way. I think it's... I don't know if it's less likely to be locked this way. corridor, I suppose. Maybe I get a key and I can keep going. You never know. Here, straight would be ideal. Well, let's try our luck. Because I don't have any use for gems right now. Bathroom. Which is another one that I haven't figured out any use for. But I see things that feel peculiar, like that. I mean, that's just Home Dog's initials. A flush? Okay. Well, in that case, now I think I'm truly stuck. So let's go ahead and call it a day. Okay. Not necessarily my most fruitful day, but I still think I got some good discovering in. You know, I got 2 more letters and discovered classrooms, schoolhouse and classrooms, and the mage chamber, so new rooms. Cool. Let's keep going.